I'm ZacUAX.
I'm Ian Celtic Grizzly.
This is the Righteous Cosmoforce, and we're having a little bit of audio difficulty over here.
Yeah.
Today we're playing Super Star Wars, and the audio just wasn't working. It might be a chord error, I don't know. So we decided to just go ahead and put in our own Star Wars music for you guys.
Yeah, seriously, just friggin' we can put the soundtrack in. You don't need sound effects. It'll work. It'll work.
These games really don't have stellar sound effects anyway, except for like the Chewie part. It's just like blah 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 blah.
Exactly. Well, right off the bat, I get like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it goes to the demo pretty quick. Go ahead and hit start. So we've already played Super Star Wars Jedi, third one. This is the first one. I rented this from video stores when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, the West Richland one, actually.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
It's a shame that got shut down. It actually had a good selection.
It did,
Good
but
prices, too.
It's just like the world we live in these days.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of room for it.
Well, I mean, that shut down way before everything else did, though.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Way before.
They didn't have the bankroll that like Blockbuster did.
True, true.
Perfect timing. The epic Star Wars theme with the crawl of the credits.
Ah, yes.
Doesn't that just feel great?
And the words literally look like they're crawling.
Yeah. Good old Super Nintendo. You can hit start. And
Yeah, I was gonna
if
say,
you
let's
want.
just, yeah. People just want to see me suck at this.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's why they watch these, isn't it? We don't watch for quality gaming, we watch for shit. Ah, they're shooting me down!
The Super Star Wars games in particular, though, are pretty damn hard. This one, I think, is arguably the easiest, though.
That's what you told me about Jedi.
Like I said, it's between those two as being arguably the easiest. Controls are pretty much identical.
That's what I thought.
Except you Luke with the... Luke kind of looks like... You remember Hanson?
Yeah!
He looks kind of like the Hanson
He
kid.
totally does.
Yes, what... Do you know a Hanson song off the top of your head?
No, I don't. I just know what they look like.
Yeah. I was like trying to think of a Hanson song to sing, and I couldn't even think of one. The only thing that came to mind was like Michael Jackson. ABC, easy as shooting these scorpions.
Jackson 5, but whatever.
Whatever. Oh, you've seen, what was that one movie with Will Ferrell? He like owned a basketball team.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro.
Great movie. Great.
Probably my favorite line is that in that movie is that kind of the weirder sports announcer guy in that.
Oh,
he says he gets really creeped out by the young kid Michael Jackson because the movie's set in the 70s.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh, that cracked me up.
It's like, oh, yeah, wait till he gets older.
Yeah, his like fellow caster was like, he's just a little kid. Why are you freaked out? And he's like, I don't know, man. Something about him just rubs me the wrong way. So off to a pretty good start so far.
Wow, this is not easy. If you had a lightsaber, this wouldn't be a problem. But
It'd be
jeez.
easier, that's for sure. Luke is a little OP in Jedi.
I don't know. I think we found out Chewie's quite the character to use.
For bosses, for sure, but for levels, it's Luke all the way.
Yeah, get out of here, you blast damn flying machines.
This is a really eventful desert.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's just like shit
shit.
constantly swooping down at you, rocks and scorpions everywhere. I don't know if deserts are actually like that.
Golly, get out. Well, I've been living in one for years, and I haven't had anywhere near this much shit happen to me.
Very true. We also don't have rolling dunes.
Well, that's a great point.
We have giant slabs of basalt.
Yeah. I don't know, there could be creatures hiding behind the basalt. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. We don't have
Jesus, the mom! Oh, wait, she shrank into little ones.
Total video game trope. It's like, oh look,
Uh-huh.
you shoot me, I turn into smaller versions of me. On a thing like a scorpion, where that makes no freaking sense.
Oh shit! Gremlins!
Somebody fed him after midnight! Somebody fed him after midnight!
You got him wet, you little kid! You idiot! They're gonna kill us all!
Wait, if you get them wet, they split, right? Yeah.
Yeah, if you
grab
feed
that gun,
'em-
grab that gun. Yeah,
Yeah.
blaster power up.
Yeah, if you feed them, I think they turn into gremlins, or after midnight, and then if you get them wet, they multiply.
You know what always kind of screwed with me about the feeding them after midnight? It's like, so when can you feed them again?
The next day.
But that's the thing, isn't every day after the midnight of yesterday?
Here, I'm gonna pose an even more confusing question. Depending on where they originated from, like country and such, would you have to do the correct midnight?
So we're asking, do gremlins experience jet lag?
Well, no, I'm asking, like, is there a safe time to ever feed them? Because what happens if you got one, like, you know...
Well, he was in America, and he got it from a dude who, like, it was implied from Asia or the Middle East, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you got full health
Woo!
back. Homing missiles are the bomb in this game.
Yes.
The only one I like better is the bouncing.
Oh my god! What the hell?
There's friggin' tremors.
Oh, dude, like friggin'... They were way before their time with all these creatures.
Right? This is what George Lucas always imagined
And then Jurassic
Star
Park
Wars
in the
would look
background,
like.
you know, just...
Yeah. Burr, 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 burr. Oh, Jurassic World is actually, I think they finished...
Yeah, I heard about that,
filming
yeah.
and everything. Jamie's such a huge dinosaur fan that I hear about every bit of news from it. But yeah, we're getting pretty close to it. I'm stoked!
Friggin' more tremors, more scorpions. This is just a shit storm in the desert.
Yes.
This is a shit desert storm.
A shit desert storm. It's not a sandstorm, it's a shit storm. Shit desert storm. That dude is just like an army guy who really needed to take a dump.
Again, you probably haven't seen the Battlefield Friends or whatever it's called, Battlefield Buddies.
Oh no, I haven't. Oh yeah, this is the Sarlacc pit.
Oh dear God.
Remember when the Sarlacc pit monster jumped up and smacked you with his tentacles?
Yes, that part of the movie was riveting, especially in 3D.
Right. It was amazing. It changed my life forever.
Okay, who's gonna die first, damn it?
Yeah, you were kind of screwed right there.
They don't give you anywhere to stand.
Yep. You have to
Start
constantly
from
move
the
and not get
beginning.
I don't think you're quite in the beginning. Maybe. I don't know.
Ah, shit.
This level has absolutely no, like, defining features. It's just a loop.
Pretty
it's like,
much.
oh, look.
Oh, balls. Oh, balls.
Dead
oh, balls.
stuff.
Oh, balls. Balls. Ah. Jeez, they just dive bomb you at the weirdest angles.
Yeah, they're just going for you.
Golly. Oh, they keep dropping hearts from the sky. This is fantastic. Anyway, no, the Battlefield buddies or friends or whatever. You know, maybe I should just show you later, because it's a funny video.
Yeah, but go ahead. Go ahead and tell.
Oh, well, because basically, as far as Shit Desert Storm goes, basically there's an episode where they're talking to a guy who gained level 100 major or whatever. He reached that prestige, I guess. And so they're sitting there, you know, asking him about it and interviewing pretty much. He's just like, well, it takes a lot of dedication, takes up all your free time, you can't sleep, you know, you just gotta stay focused on the game. And you gotta make sure you gotta have a shit bucket. Like, what? It's like, you gotta have your shit bucket. You don't got time to go to the bathroom, you gotta have a shit bucket. And they're like, you're kidding me, right? He's like, no, seriously, I mean, girlfriend? You don't need a girlfriend. Battlefield's your girlfriend. You play that. Food? You don't really technically need food. Battlefield feeds you. It just, the adrenaline keeps you going. You don't need bathroom breaks, you just need a shit bucket.
Oh my
Then
god.
there's this nice awkward silence, and of course they say what's on everyone's mind, so you're sitting on the shit bucket right now? Of course I am! It's just like, oh dear God.
I have to imagine that was at least partially inspired by, have you ever seen the World of Warcraft episode of South Park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ma'am! Shit! Ma'am!
Ma'am! Bathroom!
Yeah.
Right away, hun!
Oh, you're such a big boy. Oh, come here, you bastard. Oh,
there's a game over!
Oh.
It's just Vader's face this time, we're not all creepy.
I know, right?
Yeah, we still got some time.
Yeah, we still got some time. Alright, well.
Here, pass it off.
Yeah, we're
Let's
passing
see
it.
how I can do it.
Here you go, Zach.
We'll just go game over and start over. Dying that early doesn't really necessitate using a continue. I remember the furthest I ever got in this game was you end up going inside of the like desert crawler thing, that big thing that he buys C-3PO from and R2, and that was as far as I've ever gotten in this game. And
as far as the movie goes, that's like the same scene.
Yeah. Yeah, they tend to embellish in these Star Wars games just a bit.
Just a bit. Just because they gotta make room. They gotta make room for all the random shit.
That's right. Like the Sarlacc pit monster that didn't ever happen, but was terrific in the remaster.
Can you imagine if friggin' games these days that were based on movies were like, these older games where it's like, it doesn't actually have to fit the plot. Just put in themes from the movie and just, make a game.
To a point, there are actually a lot of games that kind of do that. Like, I know a lot of the modern Marvel games, even if, since the games and the movies, they don't quite fall under the same thing. So, like, an X-Men game could have actual other Marvel characters in it.
That's true.
While an X-Men movie, at the point, could only have X-Men, because they're all owned by Fox, I believe?
Right.
Yeah, and then Sony owns Spider-Man. So, like, in the X-Men Origins games, which I hear the Origins Wolverine game, despite being based on a terrible movie, is actually really good.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. Apparently the movie's shit, the game's good.
I don't know if it's on PC or not, so I've never played it. Anyway, so, like, I'm pretty sure that there's other Marvel characters in that, so it's pretty cool. They can just kind of do whatever they want.
So now that I'm really taking a good look at these things, they almost look like creepy, overgrown, zombified jackrabbits.
Yeah, I get that exact same feel out of it. It's Death Bunny. Is that supposed to be a Womp Rat?
Dude, maybe these are Womp Rats.
Yeah.
Maybe these are the ones you shoot out of your T-15 back home.
Yeah. Bullseye out of your... Is it 15 or 16? T-16? T-15?
Oh, shit, I don't remember.
I don't
Where's
remember.
DeLorean when you need him?
I know, right?
Walking Star Wars encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, everyone's got their thing that they geek out on. He likes Star Wars.
It's like, it's too bad that there isn't a Star Wars class like there is that Lord of the Rings class.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, imagine the amount of kick that Dallin would get out of that.
Yeah, our local community college has a friggin' Lord of the Rings class. I took it. It was awesome.
I did too, and it was great.
Dude, how could you pass that up?
If you're a fan, it's just like, oh, this is fantastic. Oh, sorry, fellas. I was impressed by just the people who took that class. It's like, I like Lord of the Rings. It's not what I live and breathe, though. These people, oh my god. They could, like, quote verbatim out of the book, tell you what page it was on, and I was impressed. It was like...
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love it. I think it's great, but yeah, no, I'm not quite that into it. Although I won't lie, I would not be opposed to getting there.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, it's not quite my fancy. I'm more of a... Just in general, I'm more of a tech fantasy than I am old school fantasy.
Like
just as a rule of thumb.
What would be, like, fairy fantasy? I think that kind of fits the... ye old fantasy.
Ye old fantasy.
More tech fantasy than ye old fantasy.
Although, really, I don't have a lot of rules, because, like, even Naruto is much more ye old than it is tech, even though they have computers and shit. Anyway.
Good point.
But yeah, it was like, imagine if I took a Mega Man class or something. It's like those type of people were in those class. And I was impressed. It was just cool to see these people who, they just friggin' love it.
Well, right on, yeah. I feel like my class was a bit more of a mix of civilians and fans. We'll just call it that. I couldn't think of anything else, but yeah. No, it's pretty even split. And I was impressed with, I mean, like, honestly, Wakeman's a great teacher, but I was actually quite impressed at, like, just how well he actually set up a curriculum for it.
He really did, yeah. The only thing that sucked about that class was how much you had to read. And I mean, it is a class structured around a really long story, so...
True, yeah. I mean, because, yeah, our local, CBC, they do quarters, not semesters, so everything's pretty quick.
Yeah, it really is. So you had to read the entire trilogy in a quarter. Which, really, it just isn't that comfortable of a situation.
I mean, not unless you actually have the free time to do it.
Yeah.
Or if you're a good reader.
Yeah, if you enjoy reading, it probably was fine, but if you're like me and really don't pick up books that often, kind of a bitch to do.
Yeah, at that point in time, I wasn't super fast at reading, so yeah, it definitely took me a while. But it was good, though. I enjoyed it. I'm actually considering doing it again. Maybe not that fast, but...
Yeah.
I'm definitely considering doing it again.
I read The Hobbit before the first movie came out, and it engrossed me so much that I literally finished it in a weekend.
Nice. It is, you see, that's another good book. I like The Hobbit.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
I wonder if Wakeman's going to push for a second class. The Hobbit.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Because, I mean, analyzing the movies was, like, a part of it, but it was really more about the books.
Yeah.
And The Hobbit is
well, how about
super
this? What if
long.
he incorporates The Hobbit into his Lord of the Rings class somehow? Maybe not reading it, but just kind of pulls ties from it.
Well, you did a little bit, at least when I took it.
Yeah, okay, true.
You had that first day where you went over the Hobbit and Silmarillion.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. He did, okay. Man, imagine if he actually had a whole semester to teach you.
Dude, that would be so awesome.
He could fit a lot of good stuff in there.
That was one of those classes, it was like, other than the reading, just going into that class and hanging out was just a blast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and definitely.
Plus, oh my god, highlight of that class that I remember. I don't remember her name, but she had a boy's name. Oh my god, she was friggin' hot. Really friendly, too.
Hot and a nerd, that helps.
Yeah. I can't think of her name for the life of me. It was a boy's name. I remember that. That is all I can remember
Tony?
about that. What's that?
Tony?
Don't know.
We're just gonna start... Hey, that could be a chick name.
I honestly can't remember.
Seriously, like, I'm almost, like, thinking of what, just names. I'm just, like, thinking of names now.
Well, that's a fun topic. Was her name Josh?
Was it really that boyish?
It was pretty boyish, if
Really?
I remember
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Interesting.
It was, like, short for something
Alex?
that wasn't boy... That might be it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I can't say for sure. It's been too long.
That's alright. One of these days.
If you're watching this, you were really hot. I sat behind you in Lord of the Rings, and you were very friendly, too. She's not watching this, but if she was.
How do you know?
Yeah. Turns out she's just like a huge LP fan. Watches all the channels.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be hilarious and awkward at the same time.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
How would you feel about that? You get a random email. Hey, by the way.
I'd be like, so, would you want to go to Applebee's with me?
I don't know. You haven't been to Denny's in a while.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Wow. Actually, yeah. When was the last time you've been?
I went with my parents last.
How long ago?
It was a while ago, I'll give you that, but it wasn't as long as you're probably thinking. It was like a month.
Oh, okay.
They don't go too often either. They've been going to Casamia a lot.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That place ain't bad.
Oh, I love Casamia. They get a lot of coupons for it.
Ah.
So that's why they've been doing that.
Right on.
Casamia is our local, very local Italian restaurant place. Very good.
It's really good.
Oh, goodness. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat him. Yep.
Oh.
And that's pretty much time right there.
Well, that was a good effort. We both made it to the end. You just did a lot more damage than I did.
Yep. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry about those technical difficulties again, but at least you got to listen to that beautiful theme. That beautiful Star Wars theme. And we'll catch you on the next episode.
All right, you guys have a great time. Yeah.